The Philippine Islands are the center of maritime disputes in the South China Sea. Legal and policy attention was drawn by this issue on sovereignty disputes between the Philippines and China regarding the area of Scarborough Shoal. China's assertion of its nine-dashed line claim to the South China Sea in its 2009 filing with the UN Commission on the Limits of the Continental Shelf or CLCS, and its action to exclude Philippine fishermen from the waters around Scarborough. Scarborough Shoal is the largest atoll in the South China Sea. It is an area of intense sensitivity because it is rich in marine resources such as fish, guano, sea cucumbers, and seaweed. Philippine fishermen have traditionally used it. However, they are prevented from doing so because China has positioned rotating Coast Guard vessels around the shoal to prevent entry. Also, physical barriers may have been erected to prevent entry, but the facts are disputed. China's claim is based on the argument that it acquired sovereignty through discovery of unoccupied territory and established a legal presence on the island before anyone else. A Chinese Ministry of Foreign Affairs official does a good job of summarizing the Chinese position in a response to an op-ed in the Wall Street Journal. According to it, hundreds of years of jurisdiction has consolidated China's sovereignty over the island. Historic and legal evidences are explicit, clear, complete, and thorough, as proved by official documents, local chronicles, and official maps throughout Chinese history. China's sovereignty over Hawaiian Island has long been recognized and respected by the international community and had not been disputed that the Hawaiian Island belongs to the Philippines because it's closer to the country is a result of ignorance of the international law and practiced as the principle of the solution of territory ownership. If countries can make territorial claims at will on the ground of geographical proximity, the world political map might be a complete mess. In support of their claim, Chinese scholars have offered their views of history. Judge Zhiguo Gao wrote in the American Journal of International Law that none of the Philippine theories of sovereignty effectively established the areas where Terra Nullius when they were annexed to the Philippines, and that China can show a consistent line of legislative and administrative acts in respect of the island concerned. Gao also asserts that China claim can be based on historic title as the principle is codified in the 1998 Permanent Court of Arbitration decision in Eritrea v. Yemen. The Permanent Court of Arbitration is an intergovernmental organization located in the Netherlands. It is not a court in the traditional sense, but provides service of arbitral tribunal to resolve disputes that arise out of international agreements between member states, international organizations, or private parties. Philippines versus China, also known as the South China Sea Arbitration, was an arbitration case brought by the Republic of the Philippines against the People's Republic of China under Annex VII to the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, UNCLOS, concerning certain issues in the South China Sea, including the legality of China's nine-dash line. There was no legal basis for China to claim historic rights to resources within the sea areas falling within nine-dash line. UNCLOS does not provide for the group of islands such as the Spratly Islands to generate maritime zones collectively as a unit. China had breached its obligations under the Convention on the International Regulations for Preventing Collisions at Sea and Article 94 of UNCLOS concerning maritime safety. China violated its obligations to refrain from aggravating or extending the parties' disputes during